Muy buenas tardes a todas, a todos, a todos. Sean ustedes bienvenidos a esta tercera sesión de mi tesis en 3 minutos para las cuartos de final de inglés. Mi nombre es Mario de Leo, soy director de comunicación del conocimiento y les doy la más cordial bienvenida. Voy a platicarles un poquito sobre mi tesis en 3 minutos antes de empezar el concurso. Mi tesis 3 minutos es un concurso originado en la Universidad de Queensland en Australia en el año 2007, donde se busca fortalecer las habilidades de comunicación, presentación e investigación de nuestro estudiantado. Originalmente diseñado para alumnado de doctorado, aquí en la universidad y en otras, se ha realizado con licenciatura, maestría y doctorado. Nuestra universidad se ciñe al concurso internacional, porque estamos registrados con la Universidad de Queensland y también con la Comepo, que es quienes llevan la final nacional. Decirles también que, aunque se llama tesis, pues en nuestra universidad tenemos muchas formas de titularnos. Entonces, para licenciatura aceptamos proyectos terminales, en la maestría idónea comunicación de resultados y, por supuesto, la tesis doctoral. Y esto fortalece este concurso muchas cosas, entre ellas el desarrollo de habilidades comunicativas, en particular de nuestro estudiantado, para una población que no es especialista. Y en este sentido, la Dirección de Comunicación y Conocimiento dio 2 sesiones a todo el estudiantado que están viendo ustedes participando el día de hoy para deconstruir el mensaje, su investigación, el saber cómo hablar en público, el diseñar su diapositiva y contestar las preguntas más pertinentes de su investigación. También visibilizamos la investigación que se realiza en la UAM y construimos relaciones al interior de nuestras 5 unidades. Y tenemos 4 categorías en este concurso. Hoy en inglés están mezcladas todas, porque nos interesa, ya concursaron ellas y ellos en sus debidas categorías, pero hoy vamos a escuchar su investigación en inglés. Les recuerdo, y ahorita les presento al jurado, que siempre está integrado por personas ejemplares que pueden o no ser especialistas en las áreas que se van a presentar, porque justamente es el ejercicio. Alguien incluso ajeno a la investigación debería poder entender justamente de qué se trata, qué se está investigando. También hemos consultado con nuestro jurado si existe algún conflicto de interés con las personas que hoy están concursando, definiendo el conflicto de interés como la imposibilidad del jurado de poder evaluar de manera objetiva debido a que hay una cercanía muy estrecha o con la investigación o con la persona, pero no hemos tenido esos comentarios del jurado en esta ocasión. Para recordarles un poquito la normativa internacional, la persona que está participando lo va a hacer de viva voz, sin leer, sin nada en la vestimenta ni en el fondo que haga relación a su investigación. Solamente tendrán la diapositiva que esta dirección estará transmitiendo aquí en vivo y ellos con su voz. Siempre aparecerá junto a mí, si gustas, Joaquín, presentarnos, porque hay todo un equipo de producción detrás de esto, el relojito donde pues se muestra el tiempo restante. Cuando queden 30 segundos, el reloj aparece en color rojo y sabe nuestro estudiantado que le queda esa cantidad de segundos. Ya si llegan a el color blanco, quiere decir que se han pasado de tiempo y han quedado descalificados. Gracias, Joaquín. La rúbrica de evaluación es la internacional. Tiene 6 diferentes aspectos, 2 adicionales por ser hoy de inglés, y esto de inglés es una creación nuestra aquí en la UAM, pero se evalúa del 1 al 5, siendo 1 el nivel más bajo, 5 el nivel más alto, en 6 diferentes rubros. El primero es si los antecedentes de la investigación son claros y si se menciona la importancia. La segunda es si los conceptos, ideas claves y personas relevantes son mencionadas. Y la tercera, si las conclusiones, resultados y el impacto de la investigación se transmiten en la narrativa. Las siguientes 3 tienen que ver con la habilidad comunicativa. La primera es si el discurso es claro y apropiado para un público no especializado. La segunda es si la diapositiva está bien definida y apoya el discurso. Aquí, jurado, no estamos buscando solo un título y palabras, sino que las imágenes y el poco texto que las incluyan fortalecen justamente el discurso. Y la tercera es si la persona que está frente a cámara y participando transmite entusiasmo y capta y mantiene la atención de la audiencia. Los otros 2 rubros tienen que ver justamente con inglés y solo se utilizan en estas eliminatorias, recordándole al jurado que no estamos evaluando la pronunciación en inglés, pero sí 2 cosas: la construcción gramatical en inglés de manera coherente y la claridad del discurso de la presentación en inglés, en el sentido que por lo menos tenga una coherencia la forma en la que se está presentando y que esté bien construido gramaticalmente. La persona en la final de inglés que gane es una nada más, se llevará 15,000 pesos adicionales. Recordando al jurado que no evalúa la pertinencia, ni la importancia, ni la calidad de la investigación, que no puede realizar preguntas y que nuestro alumnado puede seguir realizando esta investigación que nos está presentando. En ese sentido, recordarles que nuestra universidad es la que más recursos otorga a este concurso a nivel nacional y que damos inicio a nuestro grupo en inglés. Quisiera agradecer a nuestros 5 miembros del jurado que nos acompañan de manera virtual el día de hoy. Primeramente, de Pauta Adopta un Talento y del Instituto de Biotecnología de la UNAM, la doctora Yoloxóchitl Sánchez Guevara. También de la DGDC UNAM, a la doctora Norma Angélica Corado Nava, a una querida amiga y colaboradora del Instituto de Investigaciones Bibliográficas de la UNAM, la maestra Celeste Mansuy Navarro, y del British Council, que se suma este año a este concurso, la maestra Mónica Angulo Miñarro, y al maestro Arturo Mendoza, quienes a todas y a todos les agradecemos su presencia y su muy quirúrgica evaluación. No es fácil. Y con esto le doy la bienvenida a Oriana Trejo, encargada de este concurso. ¿Cómo estás, Oriana? Buenas tardes.
Hola, Mario. Or should I say hello, Mario?
Hello, Oriana. How are you today?
Good. I think I'm ready for our last day of my 3-minute thesis competition.
Yes, last day. After that, the semifinals, but I think it's going to be very interesting today.
I think so as well. So if you are ready, I think we are ready to start with this competition.
Ready, ready.
Okay, so see you in a while. Well, I'm ready then to introduce to our first contestant. Remember that we are going to be speaking in English, but we are going to be also between Spanish and English. So please let us know who are you here to support and send cheers and send all your love to our participants. Hello, Julio. How are you? Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon. I'm fine. Thank you.
Are you ready?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So you know how this is going to work. I'm going to put your slide and then you can start, okay?
Okay.
And now you have the stopwatch over there. As well as in Spanish, it's going to turn red when you have 30 seconds left. But remember, you still have 30 good seconds, okay?
Okay.
So good luck.
Thank you. Well, in 2023, the Federal Trade Commission in the United States filed a lawsuit against Amazon. The reason is the use of subscription traps designed to manipulate the consumers into signing up for Prime and also make it difficult to cancel. The Commission estimated that around 35 million of customers were harmed. These manipulative strategies have a name: dark patterns. They are digital designs tricking you into doing things you didn't intend to do, such as buying or registering online. But Amazon is not the only case. Here in Mexico, many online sales companies have adopted dark pattern strategies to manipulate users' purchasing decisions in e-commerce, affecting millions of online consumers, such as Amazon's case in the US. So, in this context, it is very important to ask, do people actually support these dark patterns strategies? To find out, in my thesis, I conducted a survey exploring how users perceive these manipulative designs. At the moment, I have collected around 350 responses. My thesis gives voice to these ignored consumers who suffer the effects of these consumption schemes, voices often ignored by companies and ignored for regulators. Then, listening to the consumers' voices can demand greater responsibility from both. The results from my survey revealed two things. First, people strongly reject e-commerce based on dark patterns. And second, people approve e-commerce based on transparent information that allows them to make better shopping decisions. However, in the real online shopping, people don't have the option to choose a platform where on these tricks, it is an impulsive design. Thus, my survey reflects a clear demand for regulation that guaranteed transparent online shopping without manipulations and protect the consumer. Technology should serve us, not trick us. And finally, we need to remember, manipulated by, wallet runs dry. And we mustn't allow it. That is all. Thank you.
Well done, Julio. How are you doing now?
Relax.
Did you feel better like in Spanish, in English?
Yes, in English.
What's
No,
harder?
in Spanish. Yes, I feel better in Spanish.
Well, but it's really nice that you take this challenge and this opportunity also to be speaking in English. And now we have double chance to understand what's happening with you. Julio, you can decide if you want to say this in English or in Spanish, so don't worry. But do you want to say thank you to someone that was with you in this journey, or do you want to say something to the people from Xochimilco who is watching you or might be watching you?
No, maybe thank you for very important person for me is my mother. For this how do you say, for this exercise
Yeah.
led me to communicate better to my mother the thing for my thesis, from my thesis. Yes, this is good for me because before I can explain to my mother the thing for my thesis. No,
And what did she said? Did she said like, oh, now I understand?
Yes, before she didn't understand, but now yes, my mother said, oh, that's good. It's
Exactly.
good words with this.
And that's what we want. So
Mhm.
so everything was good. Well, Julio, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for take part in this competition. And hopefully we'll meet us again soon.
Okay.
So good luck, Julio.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Y bueno, le recuerdo a todas las personas que nos están acompañando que nos pueden mandar sus saludos, nos pueden decir a quién están viniendo a apoyar para que pues justamente se sienta toda la emoción de la virtualidad. okay? But now I'm going to introduce to our next contestant. She is Carla Evelyn Trujillo Maguey. She is studying Comunicación Social, Social Communications. So welcome, Carla, welcome back. How are you doing this afternoon? Try to speak. Carla, do you hear me? Carla, ¿me escuchas? ¿No? ¿No? Carla. A ver, exacto, sin audífonos. A ver si nos escucha Carla. Si no, vamos a pasar a la siguiente persona y regresamos en un momentito.
No sé si ustedes me estén escuchando, pero
Ahí
no
ya te
escucho nada.
escuchamos. ¿Tú ya nos escuchas? Yo ya te escucho. ¿No? Ok, Carla, te escribo y regresamos. Ok, todas las personas, para que sepan también, todas las personas antes de llegar a este escenario pasan por una sala de pruebas en donde justo revisamos su audio, su video y su presentación para evitar cualquier inconveniente, pero pues a veces las cosas así ocurren, entonces pues no se me preocupen, ahorita lo resolvemos, pero vamos a pasar con la siguiente persona, que es Catherine Amparo Ruiz Valderramo, que de hecho todavía no se encuentra tampoco aquí. Me dicen que justo no se ha presentado a la prueba. Entonces, si Catherine no llega, ya no estaría participando en inglés. Pero se encuentra aquí la siguiente persona, que es Kevin Rodrigo Alba Andrade. Hello, Kevin.
Hello.
How are you doing?
All good, and you?
Good. Enjoying always my 3-minute thesis competition.
Okay. That's some cool.
Are you ready?
Yes, I think.
Okay, so I'm gonna put your slide and then you can start at any moment, okay?
Okay.
Good luck, Kevin. See you in a bit.
Well, I want everyone to remember that moment when you were walking confidently about to do something and suddenly you froze and thought, wait, why did I come here? Or that time when you were on your way to your job or your school and out of nowhere the road felt unfamiliar. My thesis began with that very human fear that memory can fail without warning, that suddenly you may start forgetting things. At the same time, I remember that Mexico is a country constantly exposed to food that we all love, food that is delicious but high in sugar and fat. So I asked myself if this kind of food could slowly disrupt a very brain structure, a very important brain region for memory formation, the hippocampus. I want you to think about it as both a GPS and a librarian, the one who guide our paths and trajectories and organize our experiences so we can use them when we need them. To answer this question, I worked with mice. Basically, I fed them with a diet high in sugar and fat, and then I taste their memory with a classic task, the water maze. But I didn't want to know only if the mice solved the maze or not. I want to know how it solved it, because the how tells us more about memory than the final result alone. So I looked closely at behavior, and then I looked to the hippocampus to see whether there was any relationship between the animals' behavior and the condition of that brain region. And here comes the interesting part. What did I find? If we use only the traditional way for evaluating performance, it seemed like the animals had nothing bad at all. But when we look more deeply at their behavior, we found markers, early signs that memory was starting to fail, such as more chaotic or random exploratory behavior. At the same time, these changes were accompanied by signs in the hippocampus. Basically, the hippocampus was damaged. It looked injured or tired. So my message is this. In medicine and health, it is important to detect problems early so we can address them early. If we wait too long, if we wait until that GPS fails completely, then we are already too late. Because in the end, we are what we eat, and so is our brain. Thank you.
Well done, Kevin. How did you feel?
Better, more relaxed, I think.
So you prefer being in your home rather than being in person?
Yes, I think, well, English is hard for me, but I like the experience.
Yeah, it has both challenges. In
Yes,
Spanish, it might be a little bit easy, but it was in person, so it was also a little bit hard.
exactly, exactly.
And do you want to say thank you to anyone that you might missed during the Spanish competition, or do you want to say regards to anyone from your unit who might be watching or might be supporting you?
Well, as I said in the past, I want to thanks for my family because they always support me in all the things that I want to do. They help me in the science. Um, I think that without them, I can't do anything that I do. So I love them.
Exactly. And well, because this one is now being recorded and it's being now posted, your family might be able to watch you afterwards and
Yes.
probably understand better what
Yeah,
you are doing in school.
exactly.
Well, thank you so much, Kevin, for being in this adventure.
Thank you.
Wait for the English results, and hopefully, I'll see you in the next round.
Thank you. See you.
Bye, Kevin. Well, we are going back with Carla, and hopefully, we will be able to hear her this time. Carla, vamos a intentar a ver si nos escuchas, si te escuchamos, por favor.
Ok, creo que ya lo pude resolver. No sé si me escuchen bien.
Sí te escuchamos. ¿Tú nos escuchas?
Sí,
Ok, perfecto. Muy bien. Entonces, pues vamos a arrancar.
ok.
Okay, so for our jury, this is Carla Evelyn Lutrillo Maguey. Okay, and she's going to be presenting. So, Carla, I'm going to put your slide and then you can start. Okay, good
Okay.
luck.
Thank you. Well, hello. My name is Carla Lutrillo, and I'd like to start sharing with you something I don't usually talk about. And it's that in my family, addiction is not a distant issue. Actually, it's been a constant presence, and well, it's been exhausting. And to be honest, sometimes it's deeply frustrating because we have been looking for help in private and public institutions, but we never found solutions. And again, we found the same. We found insufficient care and results never came. So I asked myself, why isn't anything efficient in this problem? And that's when my thesis was born. because I wanted to find out. Well, the first thing we found in our investigation was that persons with addiction are rarely take by like part of the building of the solutions. And the most important thing we found was that the current model, it isn't working because we thought we were studying an individual problem, but it's not. It actually is an structural problem. And uh, they used to use a punitive and punishment blame in one person, but as I said, it's not working because we cannot addressing recoverment if we don't think about the environment around the people. And we have to stop asking only what's happening with one person and start asking what has happened to them and what continues happen around them. So that is what my thesis exactly proposed, to change the way we see addiction and how we try to find the solution to addiction so we can finally change the way and address it.
Just on time, Carla. You finished just like at 0 seconds.
No,
So,
otra vez no escucho.
¿no? ¿No me escuchas, Carla? Bueno, no se preocupen, justo lo que le estaba diciendo a Carla es que pues terminó a los 0 segundos, es algo que nos pone siempre a sudar. ¿Ya me escuchas, Carla?
Ya.
Ok. Bueno, no te preocupes, logramos escucharte muy bien durante tu presentación y te decía que justo terminaste a los 0 segundos.
Sí, sí.
Y bueno, Carla, pues ya sea en español o en inglés, ¿te gustaría agradecerle a alguien, mandarle saludos a las personas de Xochimilco o cualquier cosa que quieras dejar en este escenario esta tarde?
Pues primero gracias a mi equipo de investigación, porque sin ellos no habría sido posible todo este proyecto. Gracias a las personas del anexo que nos recibieron y nos compartieron sus historias. Y gracias a mi familia también que me apoyó en todo este proceso.
Muy bien, pues Carla, muchísimas gracias. Espera los resultados y pues nos vemos muy pronto.
Ok, gracias.
Thank you so much, Carla. And well, now I'm gonna introduce our next contestant. He's also not here yet. Is Leonardo Saúl Rubio Vázquez. He's still not here. So for our judges, we are gonna wait until the end. In case he didn't show up, well, he's not gonna be evaluated. But I want to introduce you to our next contestant who is here. She is Liliana Cabrera Mesa.
Hello.
She's studying international relationships.
Yes.
Hello, Liliana. How are you doing?
I'm excited and a little bit nervous.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
Well, if you're ready, then I'm gonna add your slide and then you can start at any moment. Good luck, Liliana.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Liliana Cabrera Mesa, and I would like to begin my participation by asking to you something. What would you do if the last glass of water on earth was not yours? Well, please imagine that one day wake up and realizing that the water, the most important element of life, is no longer
Bueno, no quería entrar a interrumpir, pero me parece que tuvo grandes problemas de conexión nuestra participante Liliana, porque al inicio pues se le quedó congelada su pantalla y finalmente terminó saliendo, creo que fue justamente por su conexión. Desafortunadamente, como ella ya había empezado su participación, tenemos que dejar correr el cronómetro. Son cosas que se toman en consideración también cuando estamos a distancia. Como les comentaba, todas las personas pasan a una sala de pruebas antes de estar aquí, justo para validar audio, video, para tratar de validar conexión. Sabemos que muchas veces son cosas que pues no están en manos de nuestras y nuestros participantes, que pues le echan muchas ganas para poder estar aquí. Y además pues sabemos que justamente pues ha estado lloviendo y puede ser que eso afecte, pero desafortunadamente pues es algo que sí tomamos también en consideración cuando estamos a distancia, y en ese sentido pues ya no podrá continuar Liliana en pues la competencia ni con su participación, porque pues en este momento ya se estaría terminando el tiempo. Pero Liliana, muchísimas gracias. Espero que se logren resolver estos problemas pues de justamente de comunicación. No es algo que dependa totalmente de ti. Muchas gracias por haberte presentado. Y bueno, nuestro jurado pues tiene la posibilidad de evaluarla, pero de inmediato les va a preguntar si se pasó de tiempo o no, y ahí tendrían que indicar que sí. Entonces, bueno, pues son cosas que pasan, que tratamos de evitar, pero pues definitivamente no están en nuestras manos. Así que pues vamos a continuar. And now I'm going to introduce to our next contestant. She's Abigail Nieto Arellano, and she's studying law. So hello, Abigail, how are you doing?
Hey there, how's your day?
Good, really good, rainy.
Yeah, it's raining.
Are you ready, Abigail?
I was born ready.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
I'm gonna add your slide and then you can start. Good luck. See you in a bit.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Did you know that Mexico is one of the richest countries in the world in natural resources? Yes. And our indigenous communities hold a vast wealth of knowledge about how to use these resources wisely. Let me ask you, who hasn't ever used a home remedy? Perhaps chamomile tea for digestion or arnica for bruises. These remedies come from traditional knowledge that has been passed down for generations. Now, foreign companies are very aware of this knowledge. Many have shown interest in acquiring it, combining it with technology, and then creating medicines, cosmetics. Imagine the profits that could be made. But here's the problem. The benefits are not being shared fairly with the indigenous communities who hold this knowledge. This issue has been recognized worldwide. International treaties have been created to ensure that countries design measures for fair to equitable benefit sharing. So I asked myself, what has Mexico done? In my thesis, I analyzed our environmental laws, reviewed negotiations with foreign companies, and what I found was troubling. Our laws are not adequate, and indigenous communities have not participated in a fair or equitable way. This injustice must be addressed, don't you think? Therefore, I proposed following actions. Our laws must be updated to regulate this practice to effectively. Furthermore, indigenous community should receive guidance through a catalog of monetary and non-monetary benefit, serving as a negotiation framework with negotiations with foreign companies. And finally, traditional knowledge should be recognized as intellectual property. Whenever it is used to create and commercialize a product abroad, campaigns must pay to the lifespan of that product. These royalties should be distributed equitable among all communities that share the knowledge. It is true, we all benefit from natural resources, technology, and traditional knowledge. For instance, in vaccines. Nevertheless, international and national laws must ensure that benefit sharing for equitable and a fair way. I will present these proposals to the government. So this is my way of contributing to appreciate Mexico's wealth with justice. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Abigail. But I think that you were 10 seconds behind the stopwatch.
So just give me a minute for take a breath.
Don't worry.
It was a really challenge for me because in my heart, I heard a voice saying, speak faster, faster, faster. So
don't worry. Yeah, these are things that happened because we have been like practicing, and then in English, it's like so much more difficult. But the good part is that you have many, many people here that came to support you. And that also you already know that you are in the Spanish semifinals.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
So all these people is going to go and it's going to support you in the Spanish competition, because now we are going to have the public's vote.
Okay.
Let's see who is here. We have Arturo Nieto Arellano. Vamos, hermanita Abigail. Mucho éxito. We also have Orlando Garay. Venga, Abby Winehouse. Mucho éxito. Saludos desde Querétaro. Joel Castro. Vamos, Abby. Todo será un éxito. Juan Pablo. Vamos, Abby. Mucho éxito. Liz Nieto. Abigail Narellano. The best, Abigail. Arturo is sending like claps and support. Oscar Pantoja, la mejor por mucho. Vania sending claps and love.
Oh.
Sí, Elizabeth, well done, Hania. Vania, increíble. Arturo, te quiero mucho.
Love you guys.
More claps, more love. Excellent. Tú muy bien.
I bring my own Torah.
Yeah, I can see that. But I like that because see, we have your son there. And that's actually the heart of the competition. The people who came here to cheer. Así que, pues les vamos a esperar, a todas las personas que estuvieron hoy. Váyanse preparando para esas semifinales, porque ahí van a poder votar por Abigail, que pues ya sabe que está en las semifinales. Así que, Abigail, what do you want to say to all these people?
I just want to say I am grateful for this experience. Thank you, UAM. Thank you, Oriana. And thank you a lot for my family, friends, followers, students, or all of you. I love you guys. But first of all, to my son, Alonso, and my boyfriend for their support and love. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Abigail. Keep pendant, and I'll see you on the next round. Bye. Y bueno, pues hemos tenido también algunas personas que no se han presentado el día de hoy, posiblemente también por problemas de conectividad, pero Marcos Jiménez Hernández tampoco ha llegado. Entonces, para que nuestro jurado lo tome en consideración, Marcos Jiménez Hernández no ha llegado. Pero quien ya se encuentra aquí es María Paula. So I'm going to introduce to our next contestant. She is Maria Paula León Herrera. Hello, Maria Paula, welcome.
Hi, Ariana. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good, really good. And you, are you ready?
I'm actually a little bit nervous, but as ready as it can get.
Yeah, don't worry. Imagine that you are alone in your room, just like practicing to the mirror.
Yeah.
Forget
Really.
about us. But don't forget about the stopwatch.
No, definitely not.
Okay, so I'm gonna put your slide and then you can start at any moment. Good luck. See you in a bit.
The human body is like an orchestra. Each organ has a role, each system has its own rhythm. The heart sets the tempo, the lungs sustain the melody, and the nervous system conducts the harmony. Within that symphony, there is a quiet, almost imperceptible dialogue, the ebb and flow between breathing and heartbeat. Each time we inhale, the heart speeds up slightly, and when we exhale, it will slow down. It is a fine, precise coordination, and deeply healthy. This ability to adapt, to respond to every breath, it's a sign that the system is working with flexibility. But what happens when that harmony begins to fade? Breast cancer is the most common cancer in women, and thanks to modern treatments, many lives are saved. However, some of these treatments, though essential, can affect the heart. The challenge is that this damage does not always appear immediately. Sometimes the music starts to change, but we do not yet perceive it. So I asked myself, can we detect when the orchestra is losing harmony before the damage becomes evident? To explore this, I studied 45 women with breast cancer, before treatment and then again 3 months later. We asked them to breathe normally, and then at a guided rhythm, while we recorded how their hearts responded. I was not only interested in how fast the heart was beating, but in how well it could adapt, how flexible that conversation between breath and heartbeat remained when we put it to the test. What we found was revealing. In patients who did not develop cardiac complications, that harmony was preserved and even grew stronger. In contrast, in those who showed early signs of heart damage, the response was reduced. It was like if the orchestra was still playing, but with less coordination. And that loss of harmony might be one of the earliest signs that something is not right. If we learn to listen to the signal in time, we may be able to monitor more closely, intervene earlier, and protect the heart better during treatment. Today, more and more women survive cancer. My work seeks to ensure that, even in the midst of that battle, the orchestra does not lose its harmony. Because it's not only about prolonging life, but about preserving its music. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Maria Paula. How did you feel?
I felt like I spoke like faster than before when I practiced.
Probably. Well, you had.
But at least it
44.
was less than 3 minutes, so it was good.
Don't worry, you have 44 seconds left, but you finish, and that's the important part. I imagine that you also know that you are now on the semifinals.
Yay! Yeah.
How was yesterday? How was when you realized the announcement?
Super exciting. I thought that it was going to be like, no, now I have to do it all over again because I tend to be a very anxious person. But when I realized that I got a chance to do this all again, I started to really enjoy that possibility. So thank you so much for that.
And now it's going to be also online, so don't worry. You're also going to be in your house, so chill and relaxed. And remember to let everyone know, because now in the semifinals, they are going to be able to vote for you.
Okay.
So you get to the final.
Okay.
Maria Paula, who do you want to say thank you for being with you in this competition, for supporting you?
Well, first, I want to thank UAM and you, obviously, and all of the Conocimiento UAM team because you guys are amazing. I think this kind of chances to talk about science and different topics has been just an amazing experience. Obviously, thanks to my family and my friends for always being with me in every challenge, and to my teachers who also are a source of motivation and really inspiring for me.
Well, thank you so much for those words, and thank you so much for all the people who has been there for you. And well, we'll meet again soon in the
Yeah.
semifinals. So good luck,
Thank you.
Paula, and wait
See
for
you.
the English results.
Bye.
Bye. Bueno, pues Mauricio Ugalde tampoco ha llegado. Entonces, para que nuestro jurado tome en consideración que Mauricio tampoco se encuentra aquí. Pero les voy a presentar a la siguiente participante que sí se encuentra aquí. Miriam Janelli de Alba Ibarra. Welcome, Miriam. How are you doing?
Yes. Good afternoon, Oriana.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm gonna put your slide and then you can start at any moment. Good luck.
Thank you. During the holiday season, I was sitting in my living room, looking at the Christmas tree. The lights reflected on the ornaments, and I started wondering how those small spheres can capture the magic of Christmas. Then I thought, I also work with very special spheres. My name is Miriam de Avila, and today I want to tell you about the small spheres capable of capturing something far less magical but far more urgent, carbon dioxide from the air. Every day, we carry out activities such as driving cars and generating energy. These activities release carbon dioxide or CO2 into the atmosphere. When CO2 accumulates in large amounts, it contributes to rising temperatures and increasing sea levels. This is not science fiction. We are already experiencing it. Does that sound familiar? That is why different strategies are being developed to reduce these emissions. One of them is capturing CO2 before it reaches the atmosphere. This is where my little spheres come in. They are porous resins capable of exchanging charges. You can imagine them as tiny sponge, where each small space acts as a side capable of selectively trapping CO2. During my project, I designed a system to capture CO2 under real conditions, where the air also contains moisture. And the result? We discovered that these small spheres can capture CO2 efficiently, even in the presence of water, without losing their capacity. Moreover, once the CO2 is captured, it does not stay there forever. With a moderate increase in temperature, the structure formed breaks down and CO2 is released in a controlled way. Well, indeed, at that point, the resin is ready to be used again. In other words, we can capture CO2, store it safely, and reuse the same material again and again. This process can be applied directly to the air, or even better, in industrial processes, where most of today's emissions are generated. Perhaps these spheres cannot capture the magic of Christmas, but they can help us preserve our planet. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miriam. And well, you also know that you are on the semifinals.
Yes, I'm very happy.
How did you feel yesterday?
Yes, well, I was feeling very happy, and I communicate to my family and they are happy with me.
It was really hard. Like Iztapalapa was a hard one.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so you made it really good, really amazing.
Yes, thank you.
And Miriam, you have people here who came to support you. So let's see who is here.
Okay. Well, obviously to my family, I really appreciate my family's support. They are always there for me in every stage of my life. So thank you them very much.
And I'm pretty sure this is your family because we have like Jimenez Lina saying
And
vamos.
obviously to my
Vamos,
roomie,
Miriam.
because she is included like my family too.
She's your roomie?
Yes.
Yeah, like family. We have Leti Villa, la mejor, vamos con todo, Miriam. Saludos desde Zacatecas.
Thank you, Mom.
Jetsi de Ávila, excelente. Your sister, vamos hermanas, siempre la mejor. Saludos desde Zacatecas. Vamos, Miriam, con todo. Tú puedes, eres la mejor.
I have too much support.
And claps and cheers. Felicidades, Miriam
Fortunately,
de
yes.
Ávila. Felicidades, Miriam, la mejor ingeniera. Lo lograste como todo lo que te propones. Eres la mejor, Miriam. Y orgullosa al 1000 de ti. Así
Thank
que
you.
bueno, pues todas estas personas las esperamos igualmente porque pues recuerden que en la semifinal van a poder votar. Entonces ya veo que están desde Zacatecas, pues vayan juntándose a todos Zacatecas
Sí,
para
sí,
que
sí,
entren
ya.
a votar en la
Ya me he
semifinal.
llamado.
Exacto. Y lleven a Miriam a la gran final. Así que bueno, pues Miriam, muchas gracias y nos vemos en las semifinales.
Nos vemos allá. Muchas gracias, Oriana. Buen día.
Y bueno, es que ayer dimos justo los resultados, entonces pues ya saben algunas personas que están ahí. Las de inglés, por supuesto, todavía no, pero esas las sabrán en un par de semanitas. Well, I'm going to introduce our last contestant. He is Pablo Torres Garcia. Hello, Pablo. How are you doing?
Quite fine in the lab, working actually.
Ah, as always.
Another mice.
Are you ready, Pablo?
Ready.
Okay, so I'm gonna put your slide and then you can start. Good luck, Pablo.
Thank you. Changing habits is not easy, and in Mexico we hear it all the time. Eat better, sleep well, move more, stick to a routine. And it sounds quite simple, actually too simple. And we all know that it isn't. We often try to explain this as a matter of willpower, of discipline, of trying harder. But let me ask, what if it's not just that? What if, in some cases, the problem isn't the willpower, but the conditions in which the brain is trying to change? My research starts from that particular idea, to understand how environment and metabolism shape the way the brain learns, changes, and adapts. And to study this, we use animal models, not because mice are people, but because they allow us to do something that in real life is almost impossible. Separate the pieces: diet, environment, and metabolism. 3 pieces and 3 models that we made to understand one phenomenon. In the first model, we induced inflammation, a condition that is alarmingly present in our population, and we observed, and the thing that we observed was interesting. The animals could learn the task, but when the rules changed, they struggled to adapt. The memory was there, but the cognitive flexibility was compromised. In the second model, we induced another vulnerability, a high-caloric diet plus the combination to a neurotrophic factor. And we also add a stimulation, something that in theory should help. And in healthy animals, it did. They learn better. But in the condition we induced, it made things worse. What normally benefits the brain seems to amplify the damage. The system was no longer responding in the same way. And finally, we look at something very close to everyday life, the modern food environment, high-fat diets, sugar, and additives, elements that are part now of mainly daily products that we consume. And what we observed was key. Certain environments promote excessive consumption, weight gain, and induce biological vulnerability that shapes how the brain learns and makes decisions. And it's not just what we eat, it's the context in which eating happens. So maybe changing habits is not about willpower. Maybe it's about biology, about understanding from what conditions the brain is trying to change. Because understanding that is the first step towards building health strategies that are more realistic, more human, and hopefully more efficient. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pablo. You were the last one to finish not all the competition because we still have one more to go. But how did you feel?
Interesting. Trying to talk about that topic in English that you almost manage well in Spanish is like very challenging for me, but interesting because I like a lot to read about divulgation, and almost all the literature is in English. So trying to speak about that is quite interesting, very appealing to stimulation.
Exactly. And then I can imagine that your brain was actually feeling
Having a seizure almost.
exactly. But don't worry, you managed it pretty amazing. And who do you want to say thank you for being with you over this competition?
Well, a lot of people actually. First, my parents always that could take me to this lab, my teammates, and also I want to thank especially my favorite teammate, that is my little dog that always is with me in the experiments. That is always my companion in all the journals. So all those people and animals, and and obviously the mice that are our friendly models that we use.
Absolutely, and they are a very, very important part of all the research, as well as the pets. I love that he can be with you over there in the lab. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for showing us that. Thank you for your passion. And well, Pablo, wait for the results.
We will wait. Thank you a
Good
lot.
luck.
Goodbye.
Bye, Pablo. Y bueno, con Pablo cerramos esta eliminatoria número 3, pero recuerden que todavía nos queda la última que tenemos en 1 hora a las 4:30. Entonces, pues vénganse en 1 hora a apoyar a las últimas personas que estarán participando en el grupo de inglés para pues conocer los resultados de quienes estarán pasando muy pronto justamente a las finales. Tenemos más o menos 12 personitas participando, entonces pues les esperamos por acá en 1 hora para la última eliminatoria. Y les recuerdo que ya están los resultados disponibles. Si por ahí alguien no los ha visto, los pueden encontrar justamente en nuestra página web, en nuestras redes sociales, para que conozcan a todas las personas que pasaron a la semifinal y desde ahora las empiecen a apoyar. Muchísimas gracias a todo el equipo, gracias a las personas que nos acompañaron y nos vemos en 1 hora.